this is value based. And as you know, every week we bring somebody important, somebody valuable to talk, to inspire, to motivate us. So today we have an entrepreneur, he's a public speaker, he's a writer, Mr. Jubilant. James, thanks for coming on the show today. Do you think that everybody can be an entrepreneur? Like, do you think everybody can actually be an entrepreneur?
Sure. Of course. Even the Bible, God created us to everyone to be an entrepreneur. Yes, that's it. God actually did not create us to. If you look at Genesis, God said, have dominion over the fishes. God never intended for man to rule over man. It was never the plan of God. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. But it depends on your choice, individual choices.
So what do you think makes a successful entrepreneur? What makes an entrepreneur successful? What makes a successful entrepreneur?
In one word, I would say integrity. Integrity. Because most people will say raising capital, funds, blah blah blah. But to me, I think it's integrity. Once you have integrity, the money comes. Believe you me, even the thief is looking for who to trust with their money. So once they see that you have integrity, they will actually give you and trust their money to you.
So once you're trustworthy, you can be a successful entrepreneur. Is there any other skill set? Like, is there any other particular set of skills or attributes that?
Of course.
What are they?
Of course, there are a lot of things you need to. There are some basics things you need to know about entrepreneurship. For you to actually succeed as an entrepreneur, you must be good in communication. You must be a good salesperson. Because no matter how beautiful your product is, if you can't sell it, you won't make money. And of course, in business, what brings money is the sales. Every other thing takes money out of the business. So your ability to sell determines how successful you are in the business.
So what of those that don't have, like, they know they want to do their own thing and they don't have that ability to sell? You know, not that they don't have the ability to sell, but when it comes to marketing, actually, they are not good at marketing. But they
actually want
to do it, but they are not good at it. What is their fate?
They can learn it. We can learn it by attending seminars, get a mentor, read books, and upgrade yourself. Everybody can actually be a marketer. In fact, when it comes to marketing or sales, I tell people everybody can do it. Marketing is just selling your product, telling somebody why he or she needs your product. Alright? Just like I've met quite some young guys, they'll tell me they don't know how to sell, but I ask them, how did you win your destiny? Stuff like that. Yes, because at that point you're actually selling yourself.
Yes.
So everybody can do it.
Now, as an entrepreneur, as a human being, what drives you? Not like as a human being, as a person, what drives you?
What actually drives me is the passion to put smiles on people's faces. The passion, that's what I have. That's what moves me.
Passion?
Yes, to put smiles on people's faces.
Okay. Now, what regrets do you have in life? Or what things have you done that if you're given an option to have done it different? What regrets do you have?
Okay.
What mistakes have you made so far?
Okay. Let me say the thing till now I regret is when I started. Okay. I did not have much mentors around. Okay. I did not have much mentors around. Why? Because should I say the environment where we found ourselves, there were no people around to actually mentor us. So we spent years learning through trial and errors. So I think if I'm given the opportunity now to start all over again, I'll get as many mentors as possible. Yes. Because it helps you to shorten the time it will have taken you to achieve a lot of things.
How does an entrepreneur get a mentor? Like, how? People have heard of this mentorship, something. There are some people we look up to. How do you actually get them to mentor us? How can we get them?
Well, when you see somebody, there are some who will mentor you through their materials.
Okay.
Alright, there are some mentors, like personally, one of my mentors is Robert Kiyosaki. I've not met him before, but he has been mentoring me through his books. So sometimes there are some mentors that you don't have access to. You reach them, or should I say, scoop their brain through their books. And those other ones that you can meet actually in person, walk up to them. Understand? Walk up to them, tell them you want them to mentor you, then follow the procedure. Because the mentor has his own role. The protege also has his own role. Just play your own game well.
So you don't really most times need to like go meet them. We can use their materials, use their equipment, use the resources they have put out there to learn?
No, you can, but if you have access to them, most times, what they wrote or they have written in their books sometimes is peculiar to maybe them, what they have gone through. All right, most times your own case might be also different. So you need to, those of them that you have access to, you can actually meet them. Then they can also address you based on your peculiar issues, challenges.
Okay. Now, when is it right for a person to go into entrepreneurship? Like, do you think a person should first work for somebody before becoming an entrepreneur, or when is it right for a person to go into entrepreneurship?
Well, I always tell people, anytime.
Okay.
All right, but make sure you have enough money to go into it. Yes, entrepreneurship. Forget about the motivational talks out there. Entrepreneurship requires money. All right. Most times too, I also advise people to get a job, work for some time, save money, and go into it. Then, but it doesn't work for everybody that way. Some will start with nothing. There are businesses you can start with zero capital and grow from there. There are other businesses, it depends on the level you want to start at. So you can start anytime.
So let me ask a very practical question now. What business can somebody start? Like, I know somebody might be watching and doesn't have a dime and wants to start a business. There are a whole lot of people like that. So what, like, I give you some few businesses people can start without anything.
Okay. There are a lot of businesses one can start with zero capital.
Okay.
One, I put that in one of the books I'm actually working on that will be coming out by May. One is printing press. One can actually start a printing press. You don't really need to own the machines. Okay. All right. What you just need, like all my programs, I print myself. Just get a graphics designer, do your design, copy it, go to the printing press, do your plate work. All right. So you can start printing press without money. All you just make one or two contacts from churches. Thank God today we have a lot of churches that runs crusades, revivals every day. Approach them, approach schools, get the job. Just know how to cost it. Get the job, take it, do it, and get your profit. Then you can talk about mobile banking.
Okay.
This about your stay, right?
Yes.
And we are familiar with Pound Road. Most where we have First Bank, right?
Okay.
And most times you pass through there, instead of people cluster. Now, what if somebody gets a mobile banking, become a mobile banking agent just in front of that bank or within that area where somebody, instead of queuing up at the queue there to wait for the ATM, you go there, you do your transaction, maybe pay a service fee of 100 naira.
Okay, like the person is holding cash.
Yes.
And people come and transfer to the person's account and take the cash.
Either you use POS or that. So you'll be making either 1,500 naira per transaction.
Wow.
You'll be making money.
That's because most ATMs are always crowded. ATMs are always very crowded.
And because we believe that time is money, a lot of people
will
want
pay
to save
because
their
of time.
Yeah.
That's so true. All right, there's another business. Let's keep highlighting.
These are one of the things now. You can also, like I told somebody, you can go into fashion designing.
Okay.
Fashion design. Like for example, we are in Aba and we know that cost of producing, let me say, suits is quite cheaper here. You can produce one, do supply in Port Harcourt, in places like Port Harcourt. And I think that's where the social media plays a role. So I import online, then sell online too, or sometimes sell
Where
offline.
do you sell online?
I sell on my platform. I have Jubilant.com.
Jubilant.com is an online store.
Yes, it's an online store. I also represent a company here in Nigeria too, badgerson.co.ng. So it's also an online store. Then these are my own platforms actually. Outside my two platforms, I also sell in Jumia, Konga, Gigi, and other platforms.
So what is sold on your Jubilant.com? What do you sell there?
Any products.
Okay, anything at all.
Anything at all, yes.
Okay. So is an online store you can go and buy from.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy, you can buy from Jubilant.com. Okay. Now, how do you think social media how has social media helped your business?
Well, it has helped me to reach a lot of customers outside my immediate environment, and I've also met quite a number of investors, partners through social media. And to me, I see social media from two angles. I see it as a platform where you can also learn through people's posts and comments on daily basis. It's also a business. To me, I also see it as a marketplace. That's where I advise people. Your social media timeline is not where you go and post nonsense. You have to let people know what you are into, because it's also a platform to sell yourself. So it has really helped me in several ways.
You say you attracted investors to social media. How?
Now, when people, for example, people know that you are an entrepreneur,
Okay.
and they know this is what you've been doing, they will actually walk up to you and tell you, I have money, I have 100,000, I don't know what to do with it. What business can I go into it? Now, as a business coach I am, most times I would tell them, all right, this is how to do it. Sometimes some of them will tell you, let me partner with you, let me invest in your project or your business. At the end of the day, I have met some persons that gives me money to trade for them in cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So, and
I am one of those people.
of course, yeah, that's true.
So these people, they meet you through social media.
Yes,
That's
mostly.
like social media is just anybody that is not yet aware that social media has taken over. The person is still sleeping, because most people are not ready to put their businesses on social media because they have not yet realized the fact that this is the newest market. It's like you're in a field, you're in a very busy, social media is a busy field.
Yeah.
It's like a garden of people. So if your business is not there, I don't know what you are doing there. So social media, you use it to get investors also. You use it to increase your customer base, people that know about your business and stuff. So if you have a business, it should be on the social media.
Like I said, people think that for you to go into business or to become you need huge money.
Yes.
But not knowing that your talent is also a capital that you can use to start up. And most times too, it's lack of the basic knowledge of what it takes. A lot of people don't know, have not gotten the basic knowledge of what it requires to be an entrepreneur. Of course, you can't succeed in business if you don't know how to negotiate, how to sell, how to present, and all of that. So people lack those basic knowledge, and of course our school system does not really teach us. I'm still dreaming, and I believe that one day in our universities we'll have courses like social media 101.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, social media marketing, where you learn how to market on social media. You probably learn money 101, how to manage money, how to invest. But these are some of the things we don't learn in our
school. Doesn't teach entrepreneurship.
Of course, they don't.
All right. Now, for upcoming entrepreneurs, what advice do you have? Like, what can you just say to upcoming people that want to venture into entrepreneurship?
Okay. If somebody wants to, for upcoming entrepreneurs, first I will tell them to believe in themselves. Because basically, once you have an idea to start up a business, you are the one that knows what you are seeing. You are the one that is seeing the vision or the future. Now, a lot of people may not believe in you, so you have to believe in yourself. Like myself, none of my family members believed when I started. A lot of them were suggesting I should go into area and start selling and stuff like that. But I told myself, no, this is not what I'm called to do. So you got to believe in yourself. Then get a mentor. You need a mentor. You need someone that will guide you to the process, all right? You need somebody that will tell you this is the steps you need to take. It helps you to achieve success faster, all right? Then get knowledge. Attend seminars, buy books, read, burn your candles. You got to read enough. So these are the few things I would tell the person.
Okay. Now, quick question. Where do you think passion, what does passion have to do with entrepreneurship? Because you can learn a skill that you're not really passionate about. So what role do you think passion has to play when somebody wants to become an entrepreneur? Do you think that an entrepreneur should be tied around his passion, or do you think they can just pick a skill and learn?
Well, I believe an entrepreneur should build a business around his passion, because your passion alone is enough motivation. You understand? Like me now, one of my passion is teaching, all right, and all my business is around that. All right, so it gives you the motivation to keep doing it, because this is something you do naturally. This is something you love doing. But when you are doing something that is outside your passion, you need an external force to actually motivate you to do it.
And that quick question: how do they know? How do people discover what their passion is? Like, if you want to become an entrepreneur, and we have heard that it's basically better to build it around your passion. How do you discover or know what your passion is?
Passion is a combination of two words: love and hate.
Okay. What
you love and what you hate.
Okay.
So let me use myself. I love teaching. I also hate somebody going to school or sitting under a class without learning. So as a teacher, what I do is I make sure I use every method possible
to pass
knowledge across to you. And of course, people have different ways they learn. Like me, the easiest way I learn is through illustration. I catch faster when you illustrate, you draw for me. But other people cram, they just read. Okay? So as a teacher, I discovered that because of that different abilities in learning, okay, you also need to build a business around that to help people. So people love cooking. Maybe how do you love good food, you hate when the food is not tasty. That's the passion. You go into it. Maybe you should now open another Mr.
Yeah. Because most people, they have their passion, but they don't feel like that passion can actually pay them. Like I know friends that like writing, they enjoy writing, but they're in school studying medicine, and they say they don't feel that writing will actually pay them in this Nigeria. So, because we are now in an age where any passion at all works. Like there is this newest trend, Twitch is a game stuff. People are paid millions to play games. Like gaming is their passion, and they are paid heavily to play it. So I feel any passion now can pay.
Of course.
It just depends on how you work on it. Any passion at all. So no matter what you love doing, no matter what it is, just develop it. Any passion at all. Even though it's sweeping, like any passion.
Well, anything. Like if you can write or you love writing, start blogging, write books, and sell.
Any passion.
These days, like people will always. You don't need money to publish a book these days. You can start with ebooks. Just write it and sell the ebooks. From the money you make, from the money you make from the ebook, you can now publish the hard copy.
So build your business around your passion. Don't forget, build your business around your passion. Okay, so we have come to the end of this show for today. Thank you so much for taking our time to come here today. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and share and be of value to somebody. Share this video with somebody I think it will help. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, this is Value Based and this is Mr. Jubilant James. I'm your host, JoshTalks. Thank you.